Good luck, everyone. Hello, everybody. How are you all? I am Inga Harchilava from Georgia, Project Director, IIU Europe Head, Country Director, IIU Georgia, IIU Board Member. What an important day today. Look at these amazing young people who are ready to do their part to reduce the sustainable development goals. Our project is very important because the new generation is trying to convey its voice to the world. Young people are our future. Many thanks to all the teachers who try to raise the awareness of their students and also try to fight together for the future. Big, big clap. IIU, which was created by our dear Mr. Piyush Pandit, gave us a very good, really very good opportunity for this. He brought together teachers, trainers, educators, and students from all over the world with one goal to improve future education. Before, my dear friends, we start the amazing and wonderful conference. Let's get to know IIU and our founder, okay? International Internship University, IIU, is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trust worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trust name for quality training programs and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners all the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by carrying down the additional cost and providing access to more than 1,000 class courses and internships to their learners across the globe with the help of its 1,000 class global educators. IIU has from its 4 councils, namely, yes, very interesting, Women Entrepreneurs Councils, International Students Development Council, International Youth Development Council, International Council of Educators. The main objective behind the councils is to provide support in very respect to the students, youth, women entrepreneurs, and educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents. Congratulations. Under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate education is from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. He has publicized the World Education Policy, One Education, One Foundation, One World, very inspiring. The visionary Piyush Pandit had just one dream. No child should be deprived of education. He is working towards it day and night. He is safeguarding and promoting education and well-being of learners at all times of life is commendable. The sky is the limit for your dedication and hard work. Thank you, million thanks, Sir, for everything. Thank you for uniting us under one umbrella and giving us the opportunity to communicate with the whole world with various projects, webinars, shows, and more and more. Now, I am looking forward to meeting our young people, and I think it is time to declare our conference open. Today, we have young people, best students from Italy, from Romania, from Georgia. Thank you so much all. So welcome. I would like to invite the first guest speaker today from Romania, with great pleasure, Mihail. He is very active and really amazing person. Mihail, can you hear me? You are ready?
Hello, nice to meet you all.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I hope this conference will be amazing as always.
Yes, thank you so much. Always also, you are so wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. IIU stage is yours. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Wait a second to find my presentation. And yes, do you see my screen?
Yes, we see.
All
yes.
right. Today I will try to find a new SDG Sustainable Development Goal about human rights. And in the next minutes, I will try to find an example. All right, so it's about first word, keyword, human. What we can know about humanity in general? It's about evolution because we are starting developing since millennials, since decades. And now we are here and we are still developing and hoping to find new and new things. Another interesting point about human, it's about diversity because, okay, we live all around the world and we try always to find solutions to be in a unity, and why not to develop something more. And not the least, it's about creativity because using this concept, we try to find ways to optimize all what we are doing to sum up in something like to live in a better way. Now about humanity, the entire human race or the characteristics that belong uniquely to human beings, such as kindness, mercy, and sympathy. As we can see in these pictures, it's about unity in diversity because I think the key to improve ourselves is to work in a team and to try to find solutions without thinking about stereotypes because, okay, let's say about Romanian. A very interesting stereotype is we like to party a lot. But okay, we are party, but also we try to work to optimize the problems. Okay, using to find solutions. And not the least, human right, because you are starting from humanity, and now about the rights of a human. Okay, I think one of the main points is about education, because using education, we can have a very creative and innovative assembly, associations, movement, speech, religion, information, press, and thoughts. I think all of this can be in a correlation because to be the best, you should know about how to work, but also how to be in a good management, so a good communication. In the next minutes, I have an example of person which inspired me a lot in the last year, and he is Mr. John Stuart Mill from United Kingdom, a very interesting political person. And let's see why I like him the most. First of all, he promoted the tolerance concept. Okay, John Stuart Mill was an economical person in a British East India, and he saw colonialism in moral terms. Okay, a similar example can be about the Roman Empire in ancient time when tried to educate the others population, like in my country Dachshunds. Okay, John Stuart Mill justified educational mission, civilizing and stimulating to development, freedom, and happiness. And his it's a, let's say, philosophical concept. Utilitarian calculus was based on existing realities rather than theoretical ideals. So in other words, he tried to find tolerance in the other population, and why not together to find a better solution about how to help the British Empire and also how to help that population. An interesting point about his political activities, it was about equality. Okay, so to vote and emancipation of women. A very interesting point in 19th century. In the same time, he published the subject on woman and a new edition of James Mill's analysis of the phenomenon of the human mind. Also, he had the position of a liberal who didn't ask for state intervention except for the benefit of the weak and in particular of women. So until now, we can find that this guy promote tolerance, which is very important also today in a global promise, and let's say a pioneer about equality between men and women. And now he militates for free expression because, in my opinion, I think it's very important to be understood by the others, but also it's important to understand the others. And John Stuart Mill states that society has more to gain if it respects individuals' freedom. Also, as long as one person actions don't have negative consequences for another, he should be allowed to live by his. The only way to try to change an individual is discussion of any kind, okay, but the individual is sovereign. And now I will want to finish this type of presentation about this interesting person with some famous quote of him. So, the only freedom that deserves the name is that in which we pursue our own good in our own style, as long as we don't prevent others from obtaining it in their run. It's something like, okay, it's very important to be original, but also it's very important to take and respect the ethics. Another quote, it's about, again, the freedom. The only freedom that deserves the name is that in which we pursue our good in our style and obtain, again, and not the least, genius can breathe freely only in an atmosphere of the freedom. It's something like we said previously, okay, it's very important to be in a good health environmental and try to respect, also to take the respect. Thanks for our audience, and I hope it was a very interesting history lesson more. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Of course. Always you are really very wonderful. Your presentation today also is very, very interesting, very inspiring. Thank you so much. I wish you very, very good luck and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Romania. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, and also good luck to the others.
Yes, thank you so much. We have today really very excellent young students, and now we have next amazing speaker from Italy. Christian, can you hear me? You are ready?
Yes, I can.
Okay, please share your presentation.
Yeah, my friend is gonna share. What? I'm sorry.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. You're very wonderful teacher Melissa, dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So
too.
welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, can you see it?
Yes, see pretty
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna start, okay?
Okay, of course.
So we're gonna talk about the goal number 4. I'm sorry.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the goal number 4 of the 2030 agenda. So in the first slide, you're gonna see the international community recalls the importance of quality education and training to improve the living condition of individuals and communities and societies. So drawing of lesson learning from Millennium Development Goals, the MDGs, Goal 4 is not limited to primary education for children, but also focuses on contact point between basic education and vocational training. So in the second slide, we are going to see it also places to emphasis on equity and equality of education, a learning perspective that extends through the lifespan, two-dimension neglected by the MDGs. And Objective 4 aims to ensure that all children, young people, and adults, especially the most marginalized and vulnerable, can access to produce and training to appropriate their needs and the extent to which they live. In fact, communication contributes to creating a safer, more sustainable, and independent world. In the third slide, we're gonna see the ensure and the equitable quality education and to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. By 2030, guarantee every girl and boy freedom, equity, and equality in completing primary and secondary education that leads to adequate to concrete learning outcomes. And ensure by 2030 that every girl and boy have quality child development and access to pro-school care education to they are ready to primary school. In fourth slide, we're gonna see by 2030, guarantee of equal access to technological, vocational, and tertiary education, including in university, which is economically advantageous of quality by 2030. By 2030, considerably increased to number of young people and adults with specific skills, and including the technological and the professional ones for employment, decent job, and internship and internship. So eliminate gender inequalities in education by 2030 that ensure equal access to level of education and vocational training of protected groups, and including persons with disabilities, indigenous people, and children with vulnerable situation. Ensure by 2030 that all young people and most adults, both men and women, so have a level of literacy and calculation capacity, and ensure by 2030 that all learners acquire technologies and skills necessary to promote sustainable development, including through education, sustainable development, and lifestyle. So human rights, gender equality, promotion of peaceful and violent culture, that to global citizenship and to enhancement of cultural diversity and contribution of cultures and sustainable development. So in another slide, we're gonna see the points, every points. So build and strengthen education structures that are sensitive to the needs of children, abilities to gender equality, improve the learning and environments that are safe and not violent and include for all. So considerably expands the number of scholarships available to developing countries globally by 2030. Especially less development countries, small islands, states in and African states to ensure access to education, higher education. So including vocational training, information and communication technologies and technological engineering and specific and scientific programs. It brought development and developing countries and considerably increased the presence of quality teacher by 2030. It also thanks to international cooperation of their training activities in the developing states, especially in less development countries and small islands developing states. So the next slide is going to explain my friend Francesca.
A crisis within a crisis.
Francesca, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear.
Yes.
A crisis within a crisis, as never before, focusing on education for everyone is fundamental and urgent. The special cheers for achieving these and many other objectives is UNESCO, the United Nations agency that a few days ago, on November 2016, celebrated its 75th anniversary since its establishment in 1945. UNESCO guides and monitors the activities set by 2030 Agenda, which for Objective 4 includes various objectives dedicated to the primary schooling of children, the education of young adults, and training for the future professional. Primary education must be of quality, fair, and guaranteed free of charge all. University education, together with professional and technical education, must be economically sustainable and of quality. On preparation for work, the aim is to train competent people to obtain decent jobs. Increasing attention both in the debate around these issues and especially in the project aimed to persist and permanent schooling is dedicated to gender and economic inequalities. Their complete animation is aimed at by 2030 planning to decrease the number of scholarship payable, especially for developing countries and promoting inclusive training, sustainable for fragile categories such as people with disabilities. Research and pedagogical practice then aim above all the identification and abandonment of prejudices and stereotypes by children, textbooks, and learning environment in general. While the teaching staff are required to be more quality and inclusive, the SDGs require more educated, safe, and inclusive structures for school infrastructures. Achieving Object 4 also involves teaching and handing down the values that make up the 2030 Agenda itself, establishing that all learners acquire the knowledge and skills necessary to promote sustainable and development. A free, equitable, quality education must set itself common values to be handed down to the new generation for a sustainable development lifestyle through an awareness of human rights, gender equality, the promotion of a culture based and non-violent to global citizen, and the enhancement of cultural diversity, and the contribution of culture to sustained development. PowerPoint is not working.
Please, next slide.
PowerPoint is not working and I'm trying. No, I can't.
You share a presentation. Okay. Okay.
What can we do? As with all the SDGs, also for the sustainable goal of quality education for all, each other can positively affect and contribute to the process of change for the common good. Here are some tips from the global goals to do your bit with small actions with a big positive impact. Mentor young people, you can provide tutoring and homework assistance. Teach a language or give a lecture on sustainable development goals. Promote and take free online courses. In a digital world, there are many opportunities, alternative to going simply to university. Find a goal for charity you want to support. Any donation, large or small, can make a difference. If you are a parent, post to carefully evaluate the books, cartoons, and games that are part of your children's daily life. If you are a teacher, always pay attention to language or stereotypes and prejudices. Often we don't notice, but sometimes we are unconscious carriers of it. Donate your used book. The easiest way to access knowledge is donate your used book to someone. Visit your local schools and ask if they need any school supplies. Start a collection of school materials in your community. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you all for listening to us.
Big clap. Thank you so much. Oh, my dear students. Yes, quality education is very, very important topic. Thank you so much. You are right. Yes, I really liked your goals. Thank you so much. Very interesting. You made a very interesting presentation today. Thank you again. You are both amazing. Please say thank you. Today I am your students and I am studying very, very good nerves for us. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear Melissa. Congratulations. Italy rocked today. Wow.
Thank you.
Really amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very happy. Okay, now from Italy, we go in Georgia, my country, and we have also very amazing students. Anastasia Bakuria. Can you hear me, dear? You are ready?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes, my beautiful.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see. And put your candidate slideshow. Okay, okay, amazing. Good luck.
Hello, my name is Anastasia. Okay, thank you. Hello, my name is Anastasia Bakuria, and today I'll be talking about gender equality and inequality. Gender equality is when people of all genders have equal rights, responsibilities, and opportunities. Everyone is affected by gender inequality, women, men, and gender diverse people. Gender equality means that men and women have equal powers and equal opportunities for financial independence, education, and personal development. Gender inequality is the social phenomenon in which men and women are not treated equally. One of the major causes of gender inequality is the lack of awareness among women about their rights and their ability to achieve equality. Gender equality and inequality in Georgia. Achieving gender equality and fighting against discrimination of women on the way to building a democratic state has been really challenging for us. In 2014, an independent agency has commissioned a nationwide survey to determine if there is gender equality in Georgia. When asked if there was a gender equality in Georgia, 64% said no, 21% said yes, 9% didn't know, and 6% didn't know what was the question meant. The results were not as clear-cut when respondents were asked if women and men in Georgia had equal opportunities to succeed in any field. 45% said yes, 47% said no, and 8% didn't know. Domestic violence. The Georgian public has had verifying attitude towards physical violence. More than a third believed physical violence was matter that should only be resolved within a family, while 73% believed it is acceptable for a court to infer in cases of physical violence. On a positive note, most people strongly supported the idea of strengthening laws against domestic violence. Examples of gender stereotypes. Girls should play with dolls and boys should play with frogs. Girls are better at reading and boys are better at math. Girls should be well-behaved, boys are expected to act out. Girls are not as interested as boys in STEM subjects. Boys and men are expected to use violence and aggression to prove their manliness. Girls should be thin and beautiful to make them appealing to men. And we also have some different stereotypes in Georgia. There is something wrong with a woman who doesn't want children. Women don't need equal pay because they are supported by their husbands. Women with children are less devoted to their job. Men who are not aggressive and assertive are unmanly and likely gay. Women who appear less feminine or reject advances from men are lesbians, and women doing their best only in the kitchen. Some jobs belong to genders, such as teacher is for females, consultant is for females, model for females, lawyer and builder for male, cashier is also for female, programmer and football player are for male, and nurse is for female. There was a social experiment around the world, and children were asked to draw a rugby player, and they drew it as a man. Then they were asked to draw a dancer, and they drew it as a woman. Then they were asked to draw a programmer, and they drew it as man. Also, they were asked to draw a teacher, and they drew it as women. And in the end, they asked children to draw a president, and they drew it as a man. Gender inequalities in the workplace. Unequal pay versus women are promoted less often than men, and fear of asking to be paid what you're worth. Gender inequality examples in school. There are more female teachers, math is for boys, and females should only have basic education and then go work at home. Gender inequality examples in family. Male should not have piercings. Woman has to cook and clean. Boys first makes parents happier. And there are some stereotypes too. A man is a man. Women should spend their time in the kitchen. And if husband is beating his wife up, it's not no one's business. And here comes the question. Is it possible to prevent violence against women? And the answer is absolutely yes. Everyone must realize that domestic violence is a social problem and we all have to stop it. We must break the silence. And here are some of the solutions. Number one, we have to try to fight against the violence in our daily life and discuss the issue with our family and friends. We should teach our kids to accept equality, oppose violence against women and girls, advocate for women's reproductive rights, support women leadership in political, economic, and public life. That was all. Thank you for listening.
Wow, you are so wonderful. Thank you so much, my beautiful, my strong, I don't know, I have not a word. You are so amazing. Thank you, and congratulations. Your presentation is very, very wonderful, my dear. And now, Mikhail, can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you. Do you hear me?
We
also?
have today very literally amazing students from Georgia. Yes, what would you say about Anastasia's presentation? Please tell me.
Okay, very interesting topic. You have something in common with my presentation about equality in gender,
Yes.
and
Yes.
which I like it the most was the very basic example, which also today we don't observe very much, but is still existing, about males and women's in jobs, in families, in a lot of another stuff. And I think it's very interesting that you get that point in all of this example. And also, which I like it the most, it was your style to share the message. Congratulations for this.
Yes, congratulations, congratulations. Thank you so much. And we have today also Anastasia's teacher, so best. He is really amazing teacher from Georgia. Pichiko, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. I'm
Yes,
sorry, I can't.
thank you.
I can't.
No,
so I
no,
can't,
no problem. I know, I
for,
know. No problem.
Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot open my cam. I don't know why. So I'm listening to you. First of all, thank you so much for this chance to be here with you right now. I just really want to thank to my little student for this amazing presentation and this work.
Wow, so you are so amazing. Thank you so much. Appreciate your work. Thank you for everything. And I have one question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, my dear colleague, what is your goal as a teacher? Very interesting.
Yeah. First of all, I just really want to say that sustainable development goals are very important for these days. And 21st century is a century when we need to do something different to save ourselves, to save the world. So what about this topic and issue that my student presented right now? I can say that teacher's role is very important in this issue. And what the role of us in gender equality. I think the teacher must therefore constantly be aware of the fact that his or her action, attitude, approaches, manner will help to shape the child's gender role for the teachers to bring about change in the society. And we should be given, as they should be given prehend knowledge over the issue of gender bills. And I really want to say something about 6 ways you can promote gender equality in our classroom. First of all, be reflective and be objective. To get feedback from colleagues and students, use gender neutral language when appropriate. Explain the context. I think it's important. See the group students internationally. Use project-based learning. I think that learning with projects, it's more interesting, important, and it had got the result than studying just only with the books and writing and something like that. So that was what I want to say, and thank you, first of all, for everything that you're doing for the world, for Georgia, to integrate these people to each other.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yes, wonderful teacher, wonderful students, of course. Thank you so much. Country. Hello, Anna Golubiani. Oh, hello. You are so wonderful. Thank you so much. Hello. IIU stage is yours, and go ahead.
First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Anna, and today I'm going to talk about one of the most important global issues is poverty.
Yes, also very important topic. We have today. Yes. Oh.
First of all, reducing world poverty is arguably the main global challenge of the next 20 years. All the countries around the world are facing the problem of poverty, but there are some countries which are poorer than developing countries. For instance, in Africa, Africa, Latin America, and Asia. Also, first, why? First, for moral reasons, and for the other global issue on our list. And if you don't succeed in reducing it substantially, solving the other problems can be becomes even harder. Poverty could mean the difference between children going to school or enough money to feed their families. Also, it has become clear that poverty means more than lack of income. It includes isolation, powerlessness, insecurity, lack of services, and lack of controls over one's future. It means spending hours gathering water or field wood, facing domestic violence, and so on. We have made huge strides in the fight against extreme poverty. The global poverty has been cut in half since 2000, 1.7 billion people in 1999 to 783 million in 2013, living on less than $1.19 a day. And if we're going to, in addition to this, if we're going to end poverty, we need a target effort to reach the most vulnerable and marginalized groups. Where is the poverty today? We have cut the rate of absolute poverty, people living on less than $1 a day, from 29% of the world's population in 1990 to 23% in 1993. Of course, because population increased by 1 billion during the last decades, the absolute numbers were less striking. 100 million people lived above the $1 a day since 1990. Also, we have some opportunity. If we want to end extreme poverty by 2030, we need general governments to step up and increase their aid contributions, and more of their contributions should go to the poorest countries. Global hunger numbers can be reduced by 150 million people if female farmers had equal access to agricultural resources, such as fertilizers, increasing the amount spent on key health interventions for women and children by $5 per person per year to 2035 in 74 developing countries could yield 9 times the return on investment in economic and also social benefits. To cut a long story short, we can say that this issue fighting opportunity is a major definitive wave, is truly global, and it requires joint effort by developing and also undeveloped countries. Not only solving it's the acid test to our ability, also it is the test how we are serious about the global issues, because it is one of the most important global issues, and it is a top issue because it underlines many of the others. And in conclusion, I can say that fail on the ones, fail on everything. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Your topic also is very important. Your presentation also very, very wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are really, yes. I know you are very amazing students, and go ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Many, many good luck. Yes. And now, dear Melissa, can you hear me?
Yes, Ania.
Yes, there. Oh my God, we have today you see very wonderful students. All students really amazing. Tell some time, and I have for you one question also. Okay, there. What methods do you use with students? Yes, we know very important topic. Yes, sustainable development goals, and for me and for us, very interesting. Your methods. in class?
Okay. In our school, we are very interested in developing the knowledge about all the 2030 agenda goals, and to achieve the goals, the school has been called into question as the main actor in teaching activities useful for the training of responsible citizens. In particular, objective number 4 of the agenda, it is very important for our students and for our community. It aims precisely at providing quality, equitable, and inclusive education and learning opportunities for all. For this reason, in Italy, MUR presented in 2017 a plan for sustainability education, which highlights 20 concrete actions to be implemented in a manner consistent with the objectives of the 2030 agenda, and the actions are grouped into 4 areas: structure and building, didactics and teacher training, university and research, information and communication. The plan is enriched by the national guidelines and new scenarios in which the need to educate about citizenships and sustainability to emphasize it, highlighting the possible topics to be treated in individual study subjects, which must be involved in a unitary training project. Useful for creating a school educational program are the goals identified by UNESCO in order to educate for global citizenship, understanding the need for interconnections between different peoples, develop analytic skills and the critical spirit, to develop a sense of a common belonging based on the knowledge of human rights, acting responsibly locally, nationally and globally for a peaceful and sustainable world, motivated towards sustainable and necessary choices, to make students understand the objectives of the world program clear, simple, but engaging language must be used so as to motivate them to act daily in defense of our planet. The MUR has developed for teachers a guide aimed at simulating students and involving them in concrete actions. The classroom should become a place for dialogue on the subject throughout 4 phases. First, helping young people understand the importance of the 2030 agenda. Second, present and clarify the 17 objectives of the program. Make sure that children understand how closely the goals concern them and the importance of each individual's contribution to achieving them. Fourth, propose to people to monitor the progress of the objectives by comparing them with the work of peers from other countries. And for this reason, every class in our school every year focuses on a particular one of the 17 goals of the 2030 agenda. For example, last year, my second class focuses research about the 13 goal about climate change, and they meet other students, teachers from university, made a lot of researches in all the disciplines they studied, and they won also a quality label in a training. We had this award a few days ago. We are very happy for this. And we studied about the 13 goal about climate change.
Wow. We have this very strong and amazing teacher. We proud of you. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you. Keep up a really amazing job. Keep shining, keep smiling. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh, so welcome. Okay, and now we have next speaker, also from Georgia, Ellen Shalambaridze. Hello, Ellen. You are ready?
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm ready.
I share your presentation. 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can you see?
Yes, I see.
Okay. And oh.
Welcome from Georgia. I am Elena Schalberg and I am very happy to be part of you. I will talk about a very important topic on the water. The issue of water conservation is an issue that concerns us all because we must learn to use it rationally and efficiently. Day by day, it is becoming scarcer due to high levels of pollution and its indiscriminate use. It is this factor that causes the loss of this virtual fluid. Given that water is essential for the maintenance and reproduction of life on the planet, for this reason, it must be used efficiently and constantly to have enough water for today and future generations. Please next.
Yes,
saving water is everyone's duty. The increase in pollution requires more demand for this liquid. It is not only for human consumption, but also to sustain a range of activities that are essential in the development of today's society. It should be noted that out of the 100% of the water on the planet, 97% belong to the oceans and seas, and only 3% in freshwater. But is this last percentage a little more than a half found in the solid states and the pools and mountains? So it is estimated that only 1% in available for consumption. Another important aspect is to raise awareness about water conservation because it is everyone's job, not just for individuals but for nations as a whole. To water quality, it's known that approximately 3.5 million people may die each year due to water quality related disease. 98% of deaths occur in developing countries. A person can live a month without food, but a maximum of 7 days without drinking water. And with the reuse water, this is a technique used to maximize the use of a liquid consumed in the domestic environment. Among them, they will different more what is used for cooking or washing clothes. Similarly, water from floor scrubbing, grey water, and from air conservance can be reused. It is science. Water is a practice that is becoming more and more widespread around the world. This is due to the fact that only 2.5% of the water on the planet is clean, and more than half of it is not available for consumption. It is estimated that more than 1 billion people currently live in areas where water is a scarce resource. Furthermore, it is predicted that the consumption could affect at least 3.5 billion people by 2025. In some countries, especially in North Africa and the Middle East region, this situation is quite serious. That for particities that allow that use of these resources should be promoted. Within this measure, that most important things in the rational uses for resources maximum efficiently in it is use. It this context water use contribution to the development of planetary ecology. Use water for decades. Constipation or in various domestic and industrial processes undergoes transformation that limit its future use. In addition, it can be used in different ways. Water for preparing vegetables enriched in vitamins and minerals, and its use is diverse. For example, you can make broth with it of paper or foods like rice, pasta, or sauces. Another use that can be found in pasta cooking water is mixing in with the shampoo as a hair treatment. Also, this warm water can be used to treat walls feet. The average consumption in water during a daily bath is 30-40 liters per person. In addition, when hot water is used, the first 5 to 10 liters are lost while the proper temperature is reached. This water can be collected in concentrations that can be used for various functions at home, such as washing dishes or watering plants. Liquid systems such as special plastic banks that hang from the shower fountains have been created to collect this water. On the other hand, these are systems that are placed on the water shower floor and have the ability to collect up to 90 of the water used. Later, this can be used to water the gander or in your toilet. Rainwater has been used by human science ancient times. These systems developed by civilization for more than 3,000 years are known to use sediments for human consumption and agriculture. Rainwater harvesting and storage are currently being process promoted by global organizations such as FAO, Food Organization of the United States. In many cases, that systems mainly use water that comes from roofs and can be collected in storage tanks. Later, the tanks are connected to the piper of the houses so that they can have different uses. For example, there is an experience in the community of Madrid, Spain, where rainwater is collected from house roofs. This is stored and the system can provide 29% of the toil consumption for family years. Thank you all very much for listening, and please take care of water together. It is our life goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear. I wish you many good luck. Go ahead and
thank you, Mr. Parish Pandit. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, and oh my God, today really amazing job. Today we have really very important topic, very beautiful, strong, amazing, excellent students from Europe, from Georgia, from Italy, from Romania. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you for uniting us and one of umbrella and giving us the opportunity to communicate with the whole world with various projects, webinars, shows, and more and more. Yes, it's really. Thank you so much for everything, Mr. Piyush Pandit. Thank you, IIU team. It was an amazing conference today, really. Our youth are actually our future. I am very happy and proud of you all. I am very thankful to IIU, our founder again, and of course, best team IIU. Congratulations, everyone, to the teacher of Europe. Please join us and give your students a chance to share their new vision with us. Yes, IIU is a change. IIU brings a change. IIU is a revolution. Congratulations. Today is a really amazing conference. Thank you so much, everyone. Big clap. Thank you.